Hey everyone, so important talks to talk about today. The first thing being Ryoshi's burn. Now, as we see more burn, means there's less of a supply, which means if there's less of a supply, there will be, when there is, and it's only a matter of time now, a bigger demand for this coin. We're going to be seeing, beautiful, beautiful things happening. Ryoshi has had an idea for a burn or wanted it to be implemented correctly. How genius is it to just watch my wallet increase indefinitely? In fact, this is a great way to constantly burn tokens, but it should be noted that the pro rata statement makes this mechanism a benefit for whales, as their wallets will get a lion's share of each reflection. So there's going to be no reflections, and I don't agree with the reflections because this is what happened with SafeMoon. SafeMoon is down right now because all of the whales are getting massive profits. The people are only asking for burns, and it's really, really important to know here that a lot of demand is here. As we get closer and closer to the end of the year, more will get listed. More projects will get listed, and that's really exciting to see. The token built in one redistribution to ex-ship holders into their token economics. Ryoshi Vision has had the same thing. But that's really, really, really awesome as to list, get listed on these exchanges, and it's 50K. And that's 50K burned each time a new exchange comes by. And ladies and gentlemen, we may experience a little turbulence, and it's going to go up to the moon. Prepare your seatbelts as Shiba Inu is slowly but surely increasing, to that massive bull run. So we're going to be seeing a burn soon. Everyone would love to get a burn right now. But with more than 250,000 campaign signatures and counting, we're waiting for Robin Hood. When Robin Hood will act, that's when I do think we will be getting that massive explosion, especially when Coinbase comes in and acts as well. This is a great way to actually go up to the moon. So something really exciting to see is to where will Robin Hood and when will they list Shiba Inu? When will Coinbase list Shiba Inu? I do think it's maybe not this year. Maybe it's in 2022. But you're not going to be expecting that day. And if you have sold your tokens, I'm not telling you to buy more here, but if you have sold your tokens, you will probably regret it as these exchanges do list the price up. Now, one more thing is that Elon Musk once again, gets another approval as crypto miner Argo blockchain goes climate positive on greenhouse gas emissions. So environmental sustainability continues to be on top of mind for cryptocurrency miners, and cryptocurrency miners are going environmentally friendly after Elon Musk drew negative attention to the industry earlier this year. And, a lot of countries don't want to work with cryptocurrency because it's not environment friendly, but it's finally coming to that. It's finally happening. And Argo is in the process of developing its Helios site in West Texas, planned to commence operation in 2022. It will include 200 MW of electricity consumption coming from mostly renewable power. So more and more miners are going green, and this will happen. Elon Musk at some point will accept Tesla payments, maybe by 2023, maybe by 2025, but he has hinted that they are ready to once again start accepting Bitcoin payments for Tesla. And that's really, really, really awesome. We saw that back in June. So slowly but surely, more miners are going green. And as that happens, this is what he said last time in June. This is inaccurate. Tesla only sold 10% of holdings to confirm Bitcoin could be liquidated easily without moving market. When there's a confirmation of reasonable, and that's about 50% or more, clean energy usage by miners with positive future trend, Tesla will resume allowing Bitcoin transactions. Now crypto is here to stay, and that's a great thing because this means for SHIB that it's only going to be going better and better from here. Now, Columbia University isn't quite ready to jump into crypto, but those in charge of its endowment are definitely following the industry's developments. So Columbia Investment Management Company President and CEO Kim Liu thinks that cryptocurrencies are here to stay. They're definitely here to stay, and a lot of people still don't know anything about cryptocurrencies. And we are in those stages in the Wild West when banks just started opening. Now we're in those stages for cryptocurrencies where banks are operating, but only the most important ones. So a lot of people have not found banks yet. A lot of people are still storing their money in stocks. I think it will have a profound effect, she said in a recent interview, adding, there are many different avenues that could go. And you explained that people could build many things within the crypto ecosystem, such as stablecoins and non-fungible tokens. I think clearly it's going to play some role, not clear what role it would play. Lou said it's a poor for Columbia Investment Management Company, the firm responsible for managing Columbia University's $11 billion endowment, to dabble in crypto assets just so they can make sure that we follow. So they're going to be putting a lot of money into crypto, or just a little, but it's important to ensure the company has a relationship with people who are developing expertise so that we can leverage the expertise to decide which way to go. After working for 13 years, the Ford Foundation in executive roles, Yu was hired by Columbia University. And let's check the math over here. Are they going to be investing into crypto? Is this going to be another company that will pump SHIB? She's definitely not alone in her interest in crypto, as recently Fidelity survey conducted with precipitation of 1,100 institutional investor reveals. The research shows that almost 70% of participants, including high net worth investors, family offices, digital and traditional hedge funds, financial advisors, and endowments expect to invest in digital assets within the next 5 years. So the institutions are coming in, and this means, more people and more institutions are going to be offering services basically for money. There's a lot of money here. And one thing is for sure, crypto is still unregulated, but we are here to stay, as Certik got another funding. So Tiger Global backs $24 million funding round for blockchain security firm Certik. And we are working with Certik. If you don't know who Certik is, it's Shiba Inu's auditor. So it checks for all the vulnerabilities, it checks for all the issues. But Certik is one of the early backers. So Certik is definitely going places. And this is really good because further proves that Shiba Swap cannot be hacked, as Certik is one of those out there, that simply do so many things to basically check all the codes, etc, etc. But Certik claims to have served over 1,300 enterprise clients to date. In the process, its platform detected over 23,000 vulnerabilities in the blockchain code. Now, Bitcoin is set to replace gold, says Bloomberg strategist on Bretton Woods' 50th anniversary. The statement appeared as a takeaway from Blockworks' Bretton Woods conference that gathered economists, micro-analysts, and investors to discuss Bitcoin. And Bitcoin will, in fact, replace gold. It's definitely, likely. A lot of people still don't realize this. A lot of people are still in denial. But I still do think Bitcoin will, at some point, live next to gold. While, gold will probably never die because it's backed so much, something that will come into the market is Bitcoin. And with Bitcoin, a lot of other cryptocurrencies will follow. Now, behind the market's superior growth against gold, noting that the same factors help the US dollar gain dominance rapidly and organically over the precious metal. McGlone's comments appear as takeaways from recent 3-day conference at the New Hampshire Bretton Woods Hotel, which was attended by economists, macro analysts, and investors, including Fidelity Investment, Jurrien Timmer, and Morgan Stanley. So we can see, but on August 1971, Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard. Many economists hailed the move, calling upon, benchmark opinion that the gold standard was a barbarous relic. So something we are seeing, digitalization of money and finance is happening rapidly and organically, and the dollar is gaining dominance. Bitcoin is replacing gold, and US regulation is unlikely to disrupt its advance. They are ready for Bitcoin to go to 120,000. It's only a matter of time now before Bitcoin goes to 150,000. All the indicators are showing that we are going to be going from 50,000 to 100,000 to 150,000. It might take some time. It might take until 2025. But imagine what this will happen to Shiba Inu's price. Shiba Inu's price will, of course, only go up from here as long as it survives those bear markets. Now, in 1971, it led to double inflation in the US, prompting the dollar to fall more by 50% against the Japanese yen and German Deutschmark. But neither currency could replace the greenback in the race to global fiat hegemony. So dollar shock might be ahead. We might be seeing, maybe a bit of inflation. That's completely fine. But it's pretty awesome as, the US public debt is increasing. That's not good in the past 5 decades. Obviously not good. But what I do know is pretty awesome that we are finally seeing Bitcoin going places. So some dangers are already visible in the treasury market, where there have been liquidity strains in 2020 and a weakening of foreign demand. New money, therefore, may be ending the long period of dollar hegemony, and Bitcoin balance gold as an alternative to the dollar. You essentially are left with Bitcoin or equities, which lead you to consider an allocation to Bitcoin given the high degree of volatility that will likely serve to outperform equities over a long enough period of time. So finally, we are seeing big changes happening. And the FUD does not stop cryptocurrency. So the National Security Market Commission in Spain has issued warnings on 12 entities for not being registered for investment services. And, that was Bybit and that was Huobi. Obviously, surprisingly, Binance is not one of those. They are unauthorized to provide investment services within Spain. So Spain is cracking down on these crypto companies. About 120 are already operating and registered in Spain. But Spain established a rather friendly environment for crypto firms last year, but they gave 12 warnings that they cannot work there. Now, the proposal states that the national digital currency would enable higher liquidity if a monetary expansion is necessary. It allows a more direct mechanism by injecting liquidity directly into current accounts and thus transferring it immediately and without intermediaries. So, if they want to print money, maybe a digital euro is going to be happening. But look at this, Bitpanda at 4.1 billion valuation as more money is pouring into crypto. So Vienna-based Bitpanda's valuation has shot up to 4.1 billion, 3 times its value during the crypto broker's last private funding round in March. And that is some crazy news. Look at this. Poly Network offers to onboard Mr. Whitehat as chief security advisor. I probably don't think it will happen, but Poly Network has no intention of holding Mr. Whitehat legally responsible, but they offered him a job. Like, that is simply crazy to me. Like, he gave back 610 million, and now they're sending him a position of having a job. Now, if he accepts this job, that would be crazy, obviously. But the Poly Network team said it was counting on more experts like Mr. Whitehat to be involved. So, this story ended on a good thing. The hacker returned all funds with the exception of 33 million in frozen Tether USDT, but has not yet returned over the key to the multi-sig wallet Poly set up for the transfer. So, it's somewhat surprising turn for the individual responsible for the largest hack in DeFi to be offered a reward and a presumably paid position at the company, which was target of the attack. So through the hacker's identity has yet to be made public, Chinese security firm has said that they have found something about him. But that's really, really awesome, as we do have more news. And data from Google shows interest in DeFi project reached an all-time high on August 11. And this is really good news for Shiba Inu and Shiba Swap news. Now we're going to be seeing lower fees on 1inch. So that's really awesome. Hopefully we can see lower fees for SHIB as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace everyone.